Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed by the guests and hosts of this show are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of the company or the show itself.
Good day, Explora bookworms. Welcome back to Explora Talks. Here at Explora Talks, we dive deep into books and the incredible authors behind them. My name is Mackie, your host for today's episode, and I'm truly honored to share another inspiring story with you. At Explora Books, we're passionate about bringing meaningful stories into the world. Stories that inform, inspire, and connect us through shared experiences. Whether through publishing or amplifying voices that matter, our goal is to connect readers everywhere with stories that leave a lasting impact. And today, we're doing just that. On this episode, I'm excited to speak with an author whose memoir reminds us that dreams never truly fade. Through a remarkable boating adventure across America's waterways, she reflects on perseverance, personal growth, and journey of turning a lifelong dream into reality. The title of this book is A Young Man's Dream, An Old Man's Reality. And here's the author. Welcome to Explora Talks, Wyveda Philbert. Hi, Wyveda.
Thank you. Hi.
You're welcome. How are you doing? You feel good? You feel excited about the interview?
Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, how's the weather be like?
It's hot here.
Oh.
Hot.
That sounds challenging.
Really hot. Yeah.
Well, we're going to just make this quick so you'll have the time to relax, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and dive into the first question. I want to know about you first. So before this journey became a reality, what first sparked your dream of exploring America's waterways?
Well, actually, this was my husband's dream. I'm just the wife that stood by him so that he could do it. He read about somebody, a lady that did this trip when he was in high school. That's where the young man comes in. And that was his dream to do that. So after he retired and he said, I'm going to do this, I didn't believe him because I was never around water. I don't know anything about boats, but Joe did, and he does. And, so I just helped him get his dream a reality. I really didn't have a whole lot to do about it because I was just behind Joe.
Right. And how did it feel when Joe asked you about exploring America's waterways?
Well, it was kind of scary because I didn't swim and I never been on a boat. But I just had to have faith in him that he knew what he was doing. And it all worked out. I didn't drown or get hurt but it was an adventure. We had a lot of fun.
That sounds fun and beautiful. Now, my next question is, when you finally set out on a great loop, did it feel the way you imagined when you first being asked, or did you even have any expectations at all?
Well, I had nothing. I didn't know what to expect at all, but it was so nice and surprising to find out there's a lot of water out there that you can travel on, and there's a lot of things to see by water and by boat that you don't see on land.
Right.
And it was a learning experience for me, but it was very nice. It was really enjoyable. We had a nice little sailboat that didn't require a whole lot, and I was just surprised about everything. I didn't know what to expect, but I was greatly surprised about how nice it is out there on the water. It's beautiful. The water is beautiful.
Just on a side question though, because I am also a water type of person. And
Hmm.
here in the Philippines, we don't have the so-called orcas, and I know that they are orcas somewhere in the West. Did you find any orcas while you were sailing?
No, we had dolphins.
Oh,
We
that's
had
beautiful.
dolphins that, yeah, we had dolphins that swam alongside our boat. And then at one marina, we had manatees. You know what manatees are?
Yes.
We
Oh,
had them bumping up against the bottom of our boat. So we had manatees in the water, but we didn't have orcas. But we did have um, what did I tell you?
my
Dolphins.
dolphins,
We had
dolphins.
dolphins that would jump out of the water alongside the boat and follow us, which
Another,
was fun.
yeah, that's beautiful. I would like
Hmm.
also to ask, like, I want to be in the place where you were when you were having this journey. Did you also experience stargazing?
Oh yes, we at one point we had to travel by night by stars and use a uh, oh, what's the word? Uh, a compass. So we had to use a compass and go by night a little ways and travel by at nighttime, and you have to follow a star. You pick a star out up there, like a bright star, and keep that in your focus so that you know where you're going. You didn't get lost if you kept that star, you know, in focus. Does that make any sense?
It it does make sense and it sounds magical and also thrilling, especially that you're just following Joe's lead on this. And now I want to go
Yes.
into the book. During your journey, was there a particular challenge or unexpected moment that taught you the most about yourself?
Uh, well, we had a lot of different things that happen in along the journey. But I'm just really thankful and lucky that Joe knew what he was doing because you can get lost like traveling at night. That's scary because you can't see where you're going, and you have to stay in the intercoastal waterway. You have to stay between these red and green markers, so you have to watch where you're going. And my job was kind of to be out on the front of the boat showing Joe which way to go because he was colorblind,
Okay.
and red and green was not one of his good colors. And I'd
Mm.
be up there, with my arms telling him this way or that way. And um, so that was my contribution to the cause. Uh,
And I
I
believe
mean,
that you do. Yeah, yeah, sorry.
I just I mean, I could just tell you about all kinds of stuff that we saw along the way. Like uh, a submarine that they was bringing in to I don't know what they do something to the submarine to like decode it. We had to get out of the intercoastal waterway so they could get this submarine through the channel.
Right.
And I mean, it's kind of scary. You have these marine people coming up beside you and say, "You got to get out of the channel, move over," and we got a big something coming through. They couldn't exactly tell us what it was, but we got out of the way, and they brought that submarine through there and took it to some garage type thing, and we got it back on our way. That was that was kind of exciting. You got all these Marine guys standing on top of this submarine going through. That was just one. And then we had like one of the places that we docked at. It was like a 300-year-old cabin that they had moved there. It was beautiful, and they had turned it into a restaurant. And so we got to go in there and have our supper, and the chef came out personally and asked us if we enjoyed our dinner. And it was kind of because he had the chef hat on and the coat and everything. That was nice. That was different. I'd like to go back there on land, but I don't know if we'd ever find it.
Oh, that sounds like a thrilling and adventurous, thrilling and exciting adventure, I would say. I find it that both of you are very lucky now that you have this book writing about your adventure and Joe and being supportive about it. And so
Mm-hmm.
my next question is, the title contrasts a young man's dream with an old man's reality. What was the biggest difference between the dream and the reality?
Well, Joe could probably answer that better than me. That was his dream. I don't know. He would tell everybody that he worked with or talked to that someday he was going to do this trip, because most of his guy friends said, "Sure, sure you are," and and Joe, when we finally did get on the way, he would call him up and say, "Hey, I'm in Sandusky, Ohio, on my boat doing this trip I told you about," and I just took notes every day. That was I just took notes on every day to what we did and how far we went and what happened. And then when I got back home, I kind of made sense out of it and put it in this book form.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I'm
The
excited.
reality
Yes.
is I guess the reality is we got it done. We got the trip done. We stayed married. That's yeah. I mean, it was 31 foot by 11 feet wide for 6 months. It was tight quarters occasionally.
This
So
is a very big
most
thing
of
that you're doing,
yeah,
really.
most
It
most people that we talk to, if we talk to people, most everybody said we would not we would not be married. I'd throw him overboard, or she'd said I'd throw him overboard. There's no way we could have stayed in that close of quarters that long of a time. But if he would get upset or things weren't going right, I would just go back in the stateroom and shut the door and leave him alone.
give each other space.
Yes.
And
Yep.
I believe,
And it all worked out.
and it all work out. And I believe this,
Maybe one of the lessons. Just
yeah,
yes, just give him some space and let him work it out.
right. That's beautiful. Now, what message do you hope readers take away from your experiences navigating America's waterways with your husband?
Well, one of the things I didn't realize is the earth is covered, like 3/4 of the earth is covered with water. There's a lot of water out there that you don't, when you're on land, you don't think about all that land and all that water that you can travel through. And I would just say, stay focused, follow the dream, and just don't lose sight of it. It's so easy just to give it up. We had a lot of people that left their boat in a marina someplace to go back later and finish the trip. Yeah, I would be afraid we wouldn't finish that. So I'm glad we got to finish it, and accomplished Joe's dream. I'm just so thankful that I got to do, because I wasn't going to go with him.
Mm.
But we met a couple at one of the marinas, and she told me, you really need to go because it's helpful to have somebody else on to help you. I don't know if you know anything about the locks that you have to go through, all these locks, which they raise
No.
the boat up. They You go into this like a little, I don't know, it's like a, I don't know, I want to say bathtub, but you take your boat into this little tub, and they raise the water up, and your boat goes up to another level, and then you go a little ways, and then the locks raise you and raise you and raise you till you get to, I don't know.
Oh, like a
That
passage, like
was
a canal.
pardon me.
Like a passage, like a canal where you're going.
Yes,
Oh, nice. That's interesting. Yeah, that's a lot of work.
yes, yes. And there's a lot of, which was another reason why we didn't take the sail, is because you go through under a lot of bridges, and we'd have to take it up and down, and it's very heavy, and then a lot of these passageways is narrow, or this lady said you'd really be a big helping Joe going through those channels. So I'm glad I decided to go with him. I'm afraid if I didn't, he'd probably still be out there wandering on the ocean.
Well, this book sounds like really a lot of adventure and a lot of things that we can learn from, especially when it comes to patience. That's patience
Yes,
in chasing your dream. I love the way
yes,
you put it when you said just focus on your dream, because
yeah.
focus just needs a
Patience
lot of.
is a good word in there. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, like this we can learn a lot from A Young Man's Dream and Old Man's Reality, the book that you did for yourself and for your husband. This is beautiful.
Well, I hope, was that Steve? You know who Steve is? He's a writer,
Hmm.
a director. He just picked up on how I really wanted people to interpret this book, because it really is an adventure. And the bottom line is, it's almost like a love story. This Joe said this was our honeymoon. So we never had a honeymoon till this was our honeymoon that we did with this boat trip. and and he picked up on that, and he's really excited about doing a script for it. So I'm anxious to see what he comes up with.
This is beautiful and full of love, chasing dreams and being patient about it. This is wonderful.
There
This
would
is
have
what
to
we
be a
need.
lot of love, because it really tests you as a couple, being that close for that long. So we made it.
You made it, and you will always forever made it. And also, this is an inspiration for everyone who's going through something and also just wanting to chase a dream. It's a beautiful.
Yes,
A
yes.
Young Man's Dream and Old Man's Reality is available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. Wyveda, please invite our audience to grab a copy of your book and share what matters to you.
I'd like to. I hope they all pick it up and read it. You have not read the book?
I have read the synopsis and I don't want to give all the information to our audience.
Okay. Steve said he had read it. He was really excited about all of it, and interpret it, as a as a writer. So it was just really exciting to see what he wants to do with it. I'm excited to see what he comes up with.
That's very exciting news. And so, as we wrap up, could you share what it's been like working with Explora Books team and your overall experience collaborating with us?
Well, Sam has just been wonderful. He's been so understanding and encouraging, and uh, hmm, super, super nice. I just really appreciate all he's done for me. I did. He's about the he's the one I talk to most of. Sam Torres.
Yeah,
He's the one that I've worked with most, and he's been very, very thoughtful and helpful and understanding for
that's
me.
beautiful, and that means a lot to us. We are happy taking care of you and making this book a reality.
He's
Now,
excited about it.
I'm excited about it too. I've just only read the synopsis. Like, imagine going through, well, probably it has something to do with me being a water person, but you sharing all the experiences, tidbits of the information is just thrilling for me. So
Yeah,
thank you. And now I have
good.
one more question for you. If you could give one piece of advice to someone who has a lifelong dream they keep postponing, what would it be?
Oh, well, that would I think would be a mistake. I think if you start your dream, you just need to stay focused and finish it, or you'll be sorry. Um, we talked to a lot of people that started out on the loop, but they just never got it finished, and I'm just that's just so sad because they missed out on a lot of adventure and beautiful, beautiful. We have a beautiful country out there that's all on the water. So I would just encourage them to do their dream, to just stay with it.
Stick to the dream. That's a beautiful one. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time, Wyveda. Philbert, it's been an honor having you with us, and I hope to see you in our next episode.
Okay.
There you have it, folks. Wyveda Philbert, author of A Young Man's Dream, An Old Man's Reality, reminding us that dreams may change over time, but never lose their power to inspire. Her story shows us that fulfillment isn't always about reaching a destination exactly as what we imagine. Sometimes the greatest rewards come from the lessons we learn and the person we become along the way. See you next time on another episode of Explora Talks. This has been Mackie, your host for today. Until next time, goodbye.